Yo, what's going on? Nuface was there. I'm on the check-in with Brianna, and this is Hip Hop United. You see it, pull up, check in.
Okay, Hip Hop United, we are here live today with the one, the only, none other, Nuface.
Hey man, welcome to the humble abode. Thanks for coming out, man. Honor and a pleasure. Hip Hop United in the building. From Detroit, Michigan, migrated here to Atlanta. Nuface. A lot of people know me as far as from the clothing, from the artwork, from being a hip hop collector, archivist. Hip hop wears Waldo, Stanley at hip hop. But at the end of the day, I'm just a fan of the music and the culture, man, and trying to, make my impact. I went from preserving history to trying to make a little bit of history on the side. That's all.
That's what it is. Like I said before, you're definitely a major, influence to the culture. A lot of people, look up to you. I see celebrity wise, just, how did you get into just loving hip hop so much?
Being a fan from it once again, like one of my earliest experience with hip hop was my father taking me to which I didn't even know, bought me the Adidas tracksuit. Me, him, and my cousin, black, 3 red stripes, the shoes and everything, and then took it a little bit further. We go to a rap concert. So once we get inside, I didn't know what I was going into because the venue in Detroit was known for like circuses and and other shows like that. And so when I go inside, I seen 3 white boys on the stage, and eventually turned out to be the Beastie Boys. And the next artist was like one dude walking and sitting on a boombox that eventually became LL Cool J. Then the closing act was Run DMC, and it was that point when they was like, yo, who in the building got Adidas on? And then it kind of clicked because I'm like, oh, this is Adidas that I got on. You know what I'm saying? So when they said put your shoe in the air, I gladly did that. But it wasn't just me. It was like the whole arena, half the arena, whites, blacks, kids, older people. So I was like, man, I love this thing right here. And so I was into toys, comic books before that, and basketball cards. But once that sold in, I was all hip hop all day. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely, definitely. And where you from again?
Detroit, Michigan.
Detroit.
Yeah.
Okay. So when did you come to Atlanta?
During a visit in '94, and then it was like a college tour. I came down here to check out some colleges. Eventually attended CAU, but once we came down here, it was Freaknik. So I was like, yo, it was like Peachtree. I seen the streets full of people. I seen rich black people. I seen beautiful women outside. I seen people walking dogs. I heard Camp. I heard, Kilo Ali blasting out out the radios. And I was like, I need a reason to come back to Atlanta. So I told my family in Detroit, I think I found it. I'm going to CAU. And been here ever since. Like they say, there's some people down here that came down here for Freaknik and never left. That's me.
That's you. Wow, amazing, amazing. Well, you've definitely made a name for yourself since you've been here. Now, right now, we're in your official, what do you call this? What do you call, like you got all the tapes, you got all the, posters back here, collectibles, memorabilia. Like, what do you call your establishment?
Nostalgia.
Okay.
They call me Nuface, so I call this nostalgia. So once you like come in, and if anybody comes to my house, like it's hard to like you see this is like before the living room. So if somebody comes over, it's hard for like if my daughter's friends come over or any company come, it's hard for them to just walk straight through. Like it's gonna be a point where they, oh, you got that, or and it's that thing like, oh, I had this when I was a kid, oh, I used to, oh, how you still have that, like. That's what I call nostalgia. Like that little 5 seconds you get of adrenaline that you when you see something when you was a kid. That's what I call this. So this establishment is called Nostalgia, and we do a show, and we're gonna be touring soon with that too. But I did a museum show, and it's called Nostalgia. So that's what this is called, like the Nostalgia Museum.
Okay. Can we take a look at some of the memorabilia?
Mm-hmm.
No.
Sure.
All right.
So over here is like probably my favorite part is the cassette section right here. So over here you'll see everything from, and I have it kind of sectioned off. So over here is going to be my West Coast. Over here is going to be my East Coast. And some of these are like some of my favorite hip hop artists. Most of the things that if you see is outside is like autographed. So we got Noriega, which is autographed here. Nipsey Hussle cassette tape right here, autograph. We got a bunch of old school memorabilia, like a little Scrappy Matchbox when Trillville and Scrappy promo came out, the original. Yo MTV Raps card signed by Eric Sermon. We got, so this is basically everything from that side right here. We got original Tip, trap music, cassette tapes, and then most of these, like I said, they're going to be autographs. So right here, we got Tip, and we got the producers on there. So David Banner produced Rubber Band Man. Toon produced, the bulk of the album. So I got their autographs as well. We take it a little bit further. Again, we got newer stuff too. We got Run the Jewels, Killer Mike, LP, all three of the cassette tapes. Books, I'm an avid reader. But again, Marvel, one of my favorite comics, teams. So it's my Marvel characters. As a kid, my father would collect Happy Meal toys for me, so I kind of kept that tradition. So I would go to McDonald's, buy a Happy Meal, throw the rest of the unnutritious food away, and keep the toy. So most of these are like Happy Meal toys and collectibles like that. Again, other collectibles, Smurfs is my favorite. I keep, old school things like Blackberries. Like
wow. You know what? I still have my old Blackberry. Do you have an old flip phone too?
Yeah. I got old flip phone, Blackberries, beepers. I still got beepers. Keep all that. So, everything from that time frame. You got most of these are CDs, all of them lined up, kind of in order. So I always keep my favorites at the top. So we got the Tupac, we got M, all my Jay-Z's, Nas, all up top row.
So is it all in alphabetical order, or is it sorted through your favorite?
Yeah, sorted, kind of like my favorite, yeah. But I keep them connected. So like all the Pacs is gonna be all Pacs, all the Mystical, DMX is all together. I'm an artist as well, so like this right here is one of my favorite pieces right here, by Tupac Shakur. It's a collage where I took all the pictures in the magazines, because I collect magazines, but I never wanted to tear the pages out. But when he passed, and he's my favorite artist, I was like, yeah, I'm gonna have to kind of immortalize him. So I made this, and I gave one print to his mother, Afeni Shakur, and this is the other original right here. So that's a favorite of mine. Like I said, I collect. This is all my art paintings right here. So this is like everything that I created by hand or paint. So this is like my wall, my personal art wall right here. Other collectibles from events I went to. This is one of my favorites right here. Signed by Too Short, gave to me, and we all know what his saying is. So,
right.
So if I go in here and we press, I love that. One of my favorite things right there.
Wow.
We got collectibles from events all throughout the city. Everybody's 2 Chainz birthday party, T.I.'s album release for that one, T.I.'s 2012, Benny the Butcher's party, everything. I always keep the collectibles or the memories of the stuff that I've been to. This is Hot Atlanta when Future and Drake and them turned that Miss Winters into their restaurant to shoot their video. So, this is a bunch of stuff that I've just been collected. Magazines, this is some of the most recent stuff, so I have to keep these kind of chronicalized because this is all autographs. So we got Eric Sermon signed these. That one's Jeezy, Juvie, Juvenile, Jeezy again, Free Meech. Trick Daddy recently signed that. Opportunity to meet Trina, so that's what that is. We got Trina, she told the story about them getting in the swimming pool. 2 Chainz blessed that one. Again, we got Trick Daddy. Dreamville Fest just passed. Went down there with DJ Drama, so we got Earth Gang, Jid, and them to sign that one. This one's pretty dope. We got Juvie. We got Turk signed this one. Free BG. Recently met Dave Chappelle. He did a comedy show. I pulled this out on him, so Dave Chappelle blessed that one. Big Boy blessed these right here. We gotta get Andre outside so he can get that one signed. Trina again. We got Tip, and that one's not signed. And we got Regine signed that one. Then soon I'll get Lil Wayne and to frame that bad boy.
So who do you have a person that you haven't met yet that you'd like to meet? I'm pretty sure, you know.
West Coast artists, really.
Okay.
Like, Atlanta's always outside and we
Right.
always here and people in the South come here, but like it's hard to get like West Coast. So like West Coast artists, like an MCA, the Spice One, Sugar Free, like Ice Cube, like artists like those. Like I've met Too Short, I met Nipsey Hussle, DJ Quick, those type of artists. Mr. Fab's another West Coast favorite, but like I want to just tap in with like the West Coast, like that whole genre, because that's one of my favorite genres of music. Richie Rich, all those people like that. So that's probably my answer right there. It's pretty dope to when I got a chance to meet Nipsey right here when his album came out. He was doing a signing. He had his own shoes for Puma, so he did an in-store with Greg Street. DJ Jelly was there at South DeKalb Mall, so I got a chance to meet him. He autographed the thing. I was there with my daughter, so I got my victory lap flag right there. Collect toys as well, so this is like some of my favorite things. I'm from Detroit, so I got my Detroit Lions, my Pistons, Joe Dumars. I got the Speak and Spell, like from E.T., which is like from that. And some of the stuff is from the 80s, so like even, like I can... So
still works.
You know what I'm saying? I got old school toys, like I said, that's what this is. My father used to play this 1980. 9-volt battery.
So is that a Simon Says?
Yep.
Okay.
Pocket Simon. Yep.
Okay.
We got Pocket Simon. We got. I was looking for my flip phone, but I remember the kinds with this kind. Snake was on it. No internet, no
right.
game text, and it used to have a time.
Now that's like the old Qualcomm or something.
Yeah. Qualcomm. Only had that game Snake to go like this. This is pretty special right here. I got blessed from Afeni Shakur and her foundation and Judge Maybelline. Solo Father of the Year, Unsung Hero for being a single father at the time. They awarded that. Gave me a tuxedo and a suit, tickets to a concert. Went to the screening of the Tupac Resurrection movie with Afeni Shakur. So that was pretty special. Then I helped do a show for Martin Luther King. It was at the King Center. We painted a mural for him. R.I.P. Louis Del Sarto. He was started that, so he included me. So that's what this is. Basketball cards I keep. I keep all this stuff, and most of these are gonna be autographs. So we got Dominique Wilkins, Atlanta Hawks. That one's autograph. You got Vince Carter's stuff signed here. Shaquille O'Neal. We got less. Like I said, I started collecting rap stuff. So we got the Yo MTV Raps, Vanilla Ice, Eric B. and Rakim, Vanilla Ice. So I keep all these cards right here. I keep them in. We got Dale Curry. I know y'all know Steph Curry, but this the OG right here. That's his father, Dale Curry. Gary Payton, that's a special one. Magic Johnson. Rookie card autographed by himself. Some of the newest autograph stuff right here. I love when newer artists do physical copies. Shout out to Benny the Butcher. He blessed this. This is plugs I met. Cassette tape and CD. Autograph, kind of rare stuff right here. So that's pretty much it. I gotta sort most of this stuff out. You can show even stuff over here. It's like my collection of
the original Etch-a-Sketch.
Yes, sir. That's like iPad before the
iPad. Right.
But if you shake it, it's gone. Murder Was the Case, signed by Snoop. KLC blessed that one, Free C Murder. That was his single that KLC produced. Had Snoop Dogg on it once he got over there. And it's still in the rapper. You look online right there, even out the rapper, they want like $10K for that.
Wow.
And you show what people know about this though.
Oh yeah, I still have my Blockbuster gift. Membership card. Yes, I'm saying gift card. Membership card.
This was MLK, the one that was in the hood over there.
I heard it's one left. It's one left.
A whole documentary on that.
Yeah.
And so this was collection here. More artwork, calls, shows.
Wow.
Too. I even got some vinyl signed too. Like this was a special one. About the DOC. He autographed that one. That's one of my favorite West Coast artists as well. And we're talking about some of my favorite album covers. We got Ice-T, Power, right there. So those are some of my favorite vinyl covers.
And you said you got your old record player too, right?
Yep, got the record player still working. You know, my favorite artist is Prince, so I keep him right there. I got the tattoo right there. Because ironically, you know, R.I.P. Prince, but the first show I ever been to was his last show he ever performed. So
Wow.
that was like, you know, I was my favorite artist. And when I seen him, he came to Atlanta. I remember Ryan Cameron was like, he got sick, so they're going to reschedule it. They rescheduled it. It was A Man in the Piano was a tour called. And I didn't even like bring out phones. That was like one of the first times it was like no recording. So I kind of didn't. And I'm like, I'll probably see him again. Shit, maybe 3 days later, like Prince passed. And I'm in my head like, that's why I got this tattoo. Like when I got that news, I was like, my very first show seeing Prince was his very last show.
Wow. Well, at least you got to experience that.
One time.
Yeah.
So, and this is still work too. Organized noise, got the pad right there. So every once in a while, you know, if the internet go out, I still got VCRs, DVDs. I ain't got to worry about Netflix or the signal going out. I got old school. I keep it old school with mine.
That's what's up. So, have you ever thought about becoming an artist one day?
I used to have dream about it. I even used to write music. I used to write music. I would write it all, and I got notebooks full of like raps, but never not to perform it. Like, and I even help people like, and that's one thing that I do with artists. So if they doing a video, or they'll send me their music, and I'll be like, all right, this sound like the hook right here. I'll make a T-shirt, and that should be your brand, and that should be what you should wear in the video, and I can make the, you know, I can do the logo on the album cover. Like I was better with helping like the packaging of it. Like that's what I like. I ain't never wanted to be like the star out front. I like seeing the star being born. And that's why, if you notice, like I follow the evolutions of people's career, like when they first started.
Right.
It's like I see a little something in them, and I just want to do whatever I can to help them in their brand. Like it's never about me. It's like, maybe, you know, so and so doing a showcase over here. You should pull up, even if you don't perform. Just be in the building and network. And it's just been opportunities like that artists appreciate, and that's why like some of my favorite artists are like personal friends now, and answer their phone when I call them, and that's always a great thing. And again, it's just relationships at this point. It's just like, how can I help? I'm not, again, like if I was a rapper, I probably would be saying, can you get a feature, or can you do this, or my man's artist listen to my mixtape, like, you know, and they get that so much. So when it's somebody that only wants to add value, I'm different, you know, and they respect that, and I receive it, and that's what it's really about with me, is that, you know, that type of thing. These are pretty dope. This graffiti artist here, Renda, he blessed this with me, signed this, and he's a tagger. And this basically has like, shout out to Fort Knox, blessed me with this. You know, any rap artist you can name, he sat there and took the time out and mentioned them. And that's what really any artist kind of want to be known for, is be mentioned in the conversation. You know, and for him to bless me with this, and I see a lot of my Detroit artists on here, and a lot of my Southern artists, and some of my personal friends. Shout out to David Banner, Killer Mike on here, Royce the 5'9", you know. So it's dope to have my friends recognized like that.
Dope. So what's the most memorable moment that you know can share with us so far?
Meeting Afeni Shakur, you know, being close with her and watching her, because she had a kids camp. Tupac kids camp was in Memorial Drive on Stone Mountain. So have an opportunity to have a relationship with her, and the conversation and the things she taught me, you know, from about how when Tupac would get in trouble, rather than like put him on punishment or give him a spanking, she would make him read books. So that's one thing like that I attributed with my children. So anytime, it wasn't just about taking the phone. Like we're gonna take the phones, but you're gonna read this book, and you're gonna give me a book report on it. You know what I'm saying? So I took that, and you know, like just yesterday, both of my daughters, you know, they've been having straight A's for 4 years in a row. You know, so it's just a blessing. That's one lesson I turned from that, turning that punishment into something that's beneficial, because we seen how Pac turned out, like through his raps. It was knowledge and the stuff that he was spilling and stuff that he probably, Afeni Shakur made him read as a kid. So that's one of my favorites. Meet Nipsey Hussle, you know, getting an autograph from him, waiting in line with my daughters, and then pulling out all these other tapes, because sometimes they just don't know how to receive it. So I pulled out like a Nas autograph tape, a Scarface tape, and so Nipsey was like, "Oh, okay, this is what you do. Oh, I got to sign." That's why he opened the cassette and signed his tape too. And then he had his man recorded and everything. And from that time, maybe months later, he came and did a show at the Opera with Big Boy and Rick Ross. And I was taking a picture with my guy, Kerosene, like a selfie. And then when I got home, I noticed in the back, Nipsey was in our selfie, like doing like this. And I was like, that's the greatest photo bomb ever. But after that picture, he was like, you don't even remember me, do you? I met you at the mall with you had your daughters. And it hit me like, usually the fan is the one telling them, I met you so, but for him to remember me, that meant a lot. And that's just lets me know how special he was. So that was probably my, big moment right there as well. And, especially Atlanta, meeting our guys like Tip, Killer Mike, seeing them in the city, seeing them really outside really is special because, these people are not superstars. Y'all see them in their jobs, but they really have homes and family in the city. So I see these people in the Publix and, at the stores and the Chick-fil-A's, and I used to just see them in their element. So that's always dope. And to see somebody, to be following somebody like Tip, to now see his son Damani kind of walking in them same steps and being able to help him or maybe facilitate him and seeing him in his growth is dope because it's like 2 generations that Nuface was there, and I can tell that story multiple times. But so those are like my special ones.
Definitely.
Mm-hmm. I'm pulling that out. Pulling this one, they first single.
So this is now what do you call this display? The Outcast display?
Outcast.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. And you're waiting on that ultimate moment to get an autograph from Andre 3000.
Wow. And I'll tell you why. So when I came to Atlanta, I came to CAU. And Elevators, I heard Outkast was coming to CAU to do an Elevators single release. So I heard about it, waited in a long line. I get to the line and it's Outkast, and they're handing out their cassette single for Elevators in 1996. I got the picture of me shaking Big Boy hand and Andre about to sign my cassette. So that was the first rap artist I met when I moved to Atlanta was Outkast. So I still had that cassette. So I've been following their career then. And Goody Mob is the first group that I saw perform at CAU. So that's just like full circle. So and those like my family, the Goody Mob, Gip, and that whole team, like those my brothers now. So it's just dope to, from 96 to now, still have that relationship. But if I get that one Andre 3000, I'm going to put the lock and key on this baby right here. and that's it. Like, I probably had his jersey and probably that player's ball, their first introduction to the game. And that'd be the goal.
Wow. What would you say as far as if you could put a number on the amount of memorabilia as far as what you have, what it's worth, what would you estimate?
That's hard because I've been researching lately because there's been a lot of hip hop auctions are starting to pop up. Sotheby's auction, like I seen a party poster went for $2,500. I seen this record vinyl for Fab Five Freddy that Keith Haring had autographed sold for $35,000. So it's just. It's one about value because to me it's priceless, but now that I see these auctions are coming about and these museums are hitting me up to be, for me to loan stuff to their collection, and I'm seeing these numbers, but like I got an autograph, Afeni Shakur, things like that. Like I show people that Nipsey Hussle cassette. No, one, people don't even know he did a cassette. 2, autograph cassette. I'm sure it's not one in the fucking planet. So, I mean, I can't even put a number on that.
Would you sell any of your items?
Probably. If it's for a museum or auction sake, just to be, I was speaking to somebody, like, just to be a part of that process, yes, but not for money. It'll be just to be a part of that thing, because I want to show what the evolution of hip-hop, because this was a genre that people didn't think was going to last, didn't think it was going to make it was going to fall off, and now we're like the biggest genre in the game. But if there's an auction reaches out to me, I want to see what that process is like so I can speak about it and tell others about it and tell newer artists. Like, because newer artists, they don't even know the importance of physical stuff. You know what I'm saying? They don't have magazine, you know, it's not even a magazine for them. There's no sources, there's no double XLs, there's no, you know, no MTV Rap City for them to kind of go to. So like these newer artists, what can a fan, even if they wanted to, what can they sign? You know, they can't sign the phone or your streaming thing. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I'll show you this. It's a rare thing right here, if I can find it. Oh, right here. I just met him. This is here. And you talk about rarity. This is rare right here.
Who is that?
Raekwon.
Okay.
So this is a rare one right here. A lot of people call it like the holy grail of hip hop. Wu-Tang members, Raekwon and Ghostface, only built for Cuban Link, infamous because it was the purple tape. Purple tape originally was going to be green, but the cassette manufacturer didn't have the green that he wanted, so they said let's try purple. But what makes mine special, and then if you go on eBay, again, they want 10,000 just for the cassette tape by itself. So now you add the value that Raekwon and Ghostface signed it. You know, who knows how much that's worth. So, and I met the CEO, and see, even inside, I got the autograph of him.
Wow.
So,
Wow.
You know, stuff like that,
dope.
man. It's just
dope.
Most of the places Nuface was there for.
So these are all the original ticket stubs of just different concerts that you've attended, stage plays, games,
Circuses, basketball games, comedy shows.
Wow, so this is the whole entire collection.
No, I got two that's not even framed yet.
Oh, okay, wow.
5,000.
Woo.
And I got stuff in shoebox. Like, it's just, I got stuff in the shoebox that's just ready to be framed. But like I said, Atlanta been open, so I haven't been able to put it and frame it because there's so much event going on. So once I get this week where I can be like, all right, nothing, but that's not Atlanta.
Right.
So once we get that moment.
Maybe Detroit.
Yeah, if I go back there. So that's what I'm going to do, because I got over like probably about 7,000 now. Because even during the pandemic, you know, Atlanta was still open, and I still got ticket stubs. And that's another thing, you know, these newer shows, there are no ticket stubs. So what I've been doing is like screenshot it, maybe print it out, but like, and they look at me crazy at the ticket thing. I was like, I got the ticket. Like, you got the ticket, just show them the thing. I was like, no, I just want the ticket stub. And they call them man, like, it's just this whole thing. And it's like, dang, like, they just, I get it. They don't understand it, but I collect it just for the memory. Like, even right here, like, that's one. Like, that's Jay-Z, but I had to print out, that was Jay-Z. It's a paper. Like, most of these are paper. So it's like, who was this one? J-Rock, Kendrick Lamar. Those are paper where I just printed out what was on the phone so I can remember it. You know.
Wow.
Yeah, all them Hannah parties. Hannah be throwing them. I keep the memorabilia from all her parties, or you know, all her pop-ups that she do. I got Yachty to sign this his Reese's box here. We got the Reese's, the little Yachty cereal. You know, I collect anything, man. I collect cups. People's.
When did you start collecting? Do you remember the year?
That ticket stub. I got that first ticket stub.
Oh, okay.
My father, you know, kind of kept for me then.
Got you.
Yeah, so those are. That's pretty much the genre. You know, this is a special one right here. You know, everybody knows the label Def Jam.
Oh yeah.
Got the Def Jam 2000.
So how did you get that?
Special. A friend donated it. Came to my exhibit at Nostalgia. And while this is special as a Def Jam jacket, he actually showed me here. If you look here, you open it up. Signed by Russell Simmons. With respect to 16 years and over 98 gold and platinum records. And we got the autograph of Russell Simmons. Def Jam. And think these are all numbers. I think they did 200 of these. The guy told me. Yeah. So that's how rare this is. Fat Farm, Def Jam. Label.
I definitely remember Fat Farm.
Yep. So
Wow.
that's the collection, man. If to your question, like, what does Nuface want to be known for? Is about adding value to the culture. How did I push it forward? Did I add equity into it? Did I speak action into people and life into people and try to put people in a position to win? Did I clap for people? Did I? And it's never about, oh, what I did. It's never, again, what I did for anybody. What they do is what they're going to do regardless, but I want to put them in the right light. I never want to, I could be these posts that talk about, a lot of people say what I post is what they like, but some people respect what I don't post. It's a lot of stuff that I've seen and I've been in rooms in and I could for views and went viral, but I don't do that. I want to do what's best for our people, our culture, and this thing of ours. So if it can add value to it, that's what Nuface is about, man. And so, and what's coming forward, man, is just more shows. Atlanta is one of them places, but I went to Dreamville. I went to Raleigh, North Carolina with DJ Drama and Tip and them and made history in there. So I want to kind of go outside of the Atlanta arena and go to shows that's like close where I can drive to. Like, so Tip is doing comedy in Alabama this weekend. So I may go out there. I want to see how these shows are receptive in these other cities that I've never been to or these other venues. So it's new. I want to always keep it new because now I'm almost spoiled now. Past month, I walked in the back door of Fox Theater and State Farm, like the back door. Like I remember waiting in line to buy a ticket or buying the cheapest ticket to get in the building, but now I'm evolved to just walking in the back door, and it's like that's talent. Like, so I want to kind of start all over, and I'll go in the nosebleeds, and I got 3 books coming out soon that I'm writing, speaking about my journey. Title coming soon, but then we also gonna have a coffee table book that shows like pictures of some of the memorabilia, with some notable artists speaking on it too, with some quotables on the side, but just something just to look through, flip the pages, and just nostalgia for the new year. Another showcase, taking it city to city. And just follow Nuface on Instagram. Follow Nostalgia 2020 on Instagram as well. Follow the hashtag Nuface was there, and you'll see all the events. Take a trip with me, man. Back to the future, to current, to tomorrow, to tonight. You know what I'm saying? You'll just see where I'm at. They call me the Where's Waldo of hip hop, the Stan Lee of hip hop, but I just want to be in the place where history is about to be made, and I'm here with Hip Hop United in the building. Nuface was there.